Can you break down that interception?
Yeah, really, kind of we were in a three high shell or a three deep zone, and the quarterback kind of I saw the corner to that side was pressed, so the quarterback was kind of eyeing that, and number 0 is one of the guys they really like to get to the ball to on the outside. So I saw him look over there, and I kind of knew he was throwing it, so I just took a good angle and made a play on the ball.
That second quarter, you guys held Buffalo to just 13 offensive yards. What was working defensively that allowed you guys to really rattle Allen so much?
I think the back seven as a group, did a really good job just communicating and talking through some of the different things they were trying to do. But then ultimately, I think our D line really came alive, and I saw we started to get some sacks. The run game, there wasn't really many holes to run through, so I think the D line, the linebackers did a great job, covering up that run, and then forcing coverage sacks and letting our D line come alive is when I think our defense plays the best.
Yeah, ultimately, you guys.
These last couple of weeks, it seemed as though your role was kind of expected to increase. Can you just kind of speak to that comfort level?
Yeah, just kind of a next man up mentality, and being lucky enough to have a guy like Justin beside you, a very vocal leader who's done this for a long time, and for from playing against the Bills, he's played against them so many times, so he knows exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and, who they want to get the ball to. So he was really helpful for me that whole week, just getting me ready and just helping me feel calm and confident going into that one.
Yeah, Jonas, is that just kind of you? Because to be able to go out there and trust your instincts against the MVP and a moment that early in your career and jump her out, is that just who you are, kind of as a person and confident and all that stuff?
Yeah, I think I've always had that confidence, but kind of like I was saying, just, I think a lot of that comes from the people you're around and just, the way the coaches are able to prepare you during the week. I think you can have that confidence, but, having that reassurance and that confidence level from everyone around you as well just kind of makes it easier to just trust the confidence that you have, because you can have confidence, but if you don't trust what you're doing, there's that setback of just playing a little slower. So definitely felt that push and that extra shove I needed from everyone else, which has been really great. Season indicators just helping me play faster.
Did he call anything out on the pick, or was that just all you seeing it and knowing what they like to do?
One of his big emphasis from the last game that he had for me was just he noticed, so he'll watch the film and then kind of tell me some things he thinks that, I can change. One of the things was, depth as a post safety, just understanding that, I make a lot more plays coming downhill. So, having that depth as a safety is just going to allow me to see everything and, make a lot more plays.
How much
You
time are
guys
you?
have been knocking on the door 3 of the last 4 to really get that first win, and you came close once again. But what was it about Sunday that lets you know that the next time you guys hit the field, you will be able to come out on top?
I think just constantly finding ways to improve, and I think just if we continue to really hone in on those little things and those key situations where we need big plays in all 3 phases, I think it's just going to help us take that next step. Obviously I think we struggled on all 3 phases that prior week against Seattle, but being able to make those strides against a really good team just gives us that extra push that we're going to need this week going back home to play against New York.
Did it mean more getting your first career interception against a guy with that kind of pedigree?
It probably should. It was great to get the first interception, and I was so excited. I really wasn't even thinking about all that, but thinking about it, it is really cool to pick off somebody like that, who's had so much success in the league. But I'm keeping my head down, hopefully ready to get a bunch more this year.
Did you keep the ball, or did somebody keep the ball for you?
Somebody in the equipment has it. I'll probably get it at some point this week.
Yeah, where are you going to put it? You have a spot yet?
Yeah, I got somewhere in my house for it. A little I got a little room where I kind of keep some of the accolades I've gotten throughout my life, whether it's high school, college, and then now the NFL. So.